morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic week and weekend so far, and I hope the weather is a little bit warmer by you than it is here by me. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it is cold. Yeah, it's really cold. In fact, it's even chilly in this room. This room faces the southwest of the house, and so it gets a little chilly in this particular room in the house. And so I have a little space heater that I can turn on if I really need it, but I also have a little bit of a sweater over here in case I get too cold. But anyway, we'll see how things go. I'm hoping the lights warm things up a little bit, and then I also am burning a candle in here just to try and warm it up a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe I'll put the sweater on in just a few minutes. Hi, Ivy. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning. So fully transparent with you guys this morning. My brain is just completely on overload. I have a lot of things going on in my corporate job right now that have kind of consumed almost all of the brain power that I have. And so because of that, my brain just keeps kind of going back to my to-do list of all the things I need to get done. And it's a little overwhelming for me. And so I'm having a little bit of a hard time focusing. So I actually considered canceling this live stream just because I am so distracted by things. But then the more I thought about it, the more I decided, no, I didn't want to do that, because the whole point of this hobby and this project and this channel is not only to spend time with you guys and enjoy friendships and things like that, but it's also to help me decompress from the daily stresses of my corporate job and just in general. And so I'm feeling like this is almost a little bit of medicine to give myself for the day, because I am so stressed. So I do want to apologize to you guys, at least here in the beginning. I might be a little distracted and kind of just kind of trying to figure out where my brain is at. But I promise you that by that, at least halfway through, maybe even by the end of the live stream, I will have focused and been able to calm down. And so that's one of the great things about this hobby. And one of the things that I encourage with everybody is especially on those days where you just can't seem to figure out which way is up, which is exactly the day that I'm having today. It is the perfect opportunity to take that one step in front of the other and get yourself in front of this machine, even if it's only just for a few minutes, even if it's just for an hour, just to kind of help your brain reset. I know how difficult it is, especially with the amount of work that you've got in your mind and the amount of tasks and things that you have, that you really don't have the time to do this. But for your own mental health and your own well-being, it really does help considerably. And it's important that you have some tasks in your quilting arsenal and things that are not too thought-provoking. Some things that you can just kind of come in here and almost be mind-numbing about it. And just kind of go through the rhythm and go through the methodological things of the mechanical things of sewing a project. So then that way your brain can kind of focus on those things. So that's why I'm here this morning. I think it will be great for my own mental health. Of course, I love spending time with you guys, and I always feel so guilty when I cancel a live stream for reasons that are not due to illness. And I know I shouldn't, but I do, and I don't want to add any more stress to myself. The whole point of this is to relieve some stress. So that's one of the reasons why I went ahead with this live stream, and I'm going to continue to go through it. So that's where we're going to be focused today. So I do have a project real quick, just a couple minutes that I need to finish up here. I started it just before I went live, and that's why I'm a couple minutes late. We are going to be working on our Puppies project today. We've already finished our smoky blocks, which is really cool. And now we're going to be working on our Lulu blocks. We've got part of the face already done here. You guys can remember we've got some of the face of the blocks done, but we're going to be working on the ears and the cheeks today. And we're probably going to finish those blocks up today. Excuse me. You can see we have the puppy cam already on, and I did flip the facing on it. So now she's actually facing me as opposed to facing away from me. Because that's actually how it is. I don't know how it got flipped on the camera, but that's actually like she is actually facing me. So that has been fixed as well. So now it doesn't look quite so crazy. Oh, looks like Lucas and Tony are both in chat, and she's saying hi to Ivy. Thank you both. I will pop into chat here in just a second and say hello to everybody. Good morning to everybody as well. So we're going to be working on our Puppies project. I do have this quick little, you guys remember my gnome table runner that we finished up? So I did something really dumb. And I'll tell you guys about that in just a second. But let me pop into chat first. I'm trying to get this brain to focus on something. Let me pop into chat, say hello to everybody there. Then I'm going to tell you the dumb thing that I did with this table runner and why I still have it and why it's not hanging up in my office yet, but it will be soon. And then we're going to get started on the Puppies project. That's the plan. Hopefully my brain will stick with it because that's where I'm at this morning. Let me scroll on up. I believe the very first person in chat this morning was Brat46. Good morning, Brat46. Thank you so much for being the very first person in chat. It's usually a race between you and Linda Denton, who just happened to be the second person in chat this morning. So thank you both very, very much for being so eager and really getting into chat so early. I truly appreciate it. So thank you so much for being here. And being part of this channel. I really appreciate that. Sandra K is also here. Good morning, Sandra K. Thank you so much. Susan You're Out is also here. Susan is a member of our channel, which, just a reminder to our members, we do have a members only live stream tomorrow evening. I have not put up the thumbnail for it yet. That is one of the things on my to-do list today. So I will have that one up before the end of the day today. But we are coming back here tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, for our members, where we're just going to be hanging out in here. I actually have some fabric that I need to iron up and cut up that I was hoping to get to today, but it's not going to work. So I'm going to do that tomorrow on our live stream. So you guys are going to get to see a little bit of a sneak peek of something coming up on the channel. So that'll be fun. So if you are not already a member and you are interested in becoming one, make sure you click the button down below. It's a square with a $sign in it. You click on that, and then you select the option that says members. For as little as, I think, $2.99 a month, you can be part of our members only live streams, and you can also be part of all of the different perks that I do for members. Unfortunately, there's no more eligibility for our scrap busting boxes. You do have to be a member for at least 3 months in order to be eligible for those boxes. Those boxes will go out in December for sure. I've actually just started to prep those a little bit. I got to get the boxes together. I know I have the fabric all ready to go. Those boxes will be going out here in December. I will also be doing any... I told you, the brain just likes to shut off. I will also be doing any thimble redemptions from October and November. I'll be mailing those out hopefully at the end of November. So please feel free, continue to send in your, submit your redemptions for your notions and your patterns and your fat quarters and whatever other redemptions you guys want. Continue to go ahead and submit those, and those will be mailed to you at the end of November. Probably during Thanksgiving weekend. But anyway, Susan, that was a long-winded way of saying, Susan, thank you so much for being a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Sandra, I think I said good morning to you already, but just in case I forgot, good morning again. Welcome back. Patricia Browning is also here. Good morning, Patricia. Thank you so much for being here and also for being a member of the channel. Katie is here. Good morning, Katie. I hope you're feeling better. I know you were you've been struggling a little bit with things. Hopefully you're doing well. Katie and I will be back together again next weekend on her channel in the afternoon, on Sunday afternoon, for our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces. Susan, you're out. Thank you for the subscription. I'm not sure what happened there, but thank you so much for that. Oh, for celebrating a membership. Yes, a whole year now. Wow, that is really great. Congratulations. Apparently, I'm not on the lives. That's why. So thank you very much for that distraction. Wow. I told you guys, my brain is all over the place. I will be over on Katie's channel next Sunday afternoon for Peace of Mind Mending Pieces, where I'm going to probably be talking about all of my mental health struggles this last couple of weeks because they're going crazy. They're making me insane. So I'm hoping that Myra can help us a little bit with some more ideas on things that we can try to do to combat that outside of medication. I'm not against medication. I may end up having to do that again myself here soon because my brain is just all over the place. But that'll be a discussion that we can talk about next week. So I enjoy those conversations. I especially look forward to them right now with my own struggles going on. So I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you. Good morning, Katie. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Carrie Leonard is also here. Good morning, Carrie. Judy is here. Good morning, Judy. It's so great to see you. Terry is also here. Good morning, Terry. Terry, If you guys have any questions at all, Terry is one of our moderators, as is Kathy, and so is Lucas. So if you guys have any questions and you can't get a hold of me for whatever reason, make sure you reach out to them. They are amazing. They are the reason this channel is just so focused, and because Lord knows I am not. So thank you again to them so much for being here and for helping me out with this stuff. I truly appreciate everything that they do. Let's see. They really keep me focused sometimes, because I gotta tell you, my brain's all over the place today. Terry says it's gonna rain later by her. It is cold here. It's very, very cold. We got a little bit of snow. It's our first snowfall for the season. Wasn't really a lot. It really is just covering surface areas. It didn't even cover the ground. The roof has got a little bit on it. Nothing crazy. Let's see. Sandra, Katie, Sandra, so chatty this morning. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm really hoping my brain starts to click on and focus here soon. Patty, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Welcome back. Let's see. Streamlabs, Susan, Katie, Terry. This new chat is just, it's making me crazy. It's really hard for me to see all the different chats, and so I apologize if I'm missing anybody. There's Kathy. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you're back. I hope you're feeling better. I know you had to miss our live stream last week because you weren't well, but I did see that you had your own live stream, so I was thankful for that, because that meant that you were hopefully feeling better. I hope you're well. I'm sorry I wasn't able to catch them myself, but I hope that everything's going well for you. I know, she keeps sitting on the camera. She's so damn cute. She's so cute. Let's see. Carrie, Judy, good morning. Naomi, good morning. She says, I'll be watching on TV while I clean house. Well, when you're done there, Naomi, if you wanted to stop by me, that would be great, because I can't seem to focus. I can't even get the damn dishes put away. Like, I started putting the dishes away. I started putting the dishwasher away, and then my ADD is in complete overdrive right now. And I started to do this, and then I saw this thing over here, and I got distracted, and then I went over to this thing later, and like 3 hours later, I go back, and the dishwasher's still only half put away. Like, it's been like that the last couple of days. So, you know, if you got time, you know, I could use a clean too. I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate it. Patty is here. Oh, looks like Linda Dutton just redeemed a fat quarter. Thanks so much for that, Linda. Congratulations on having enough thimbles to do that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Morning, Lucas. And Tony, because I saw Tony earlier, so good morning. Thanks so much for being here this morning. I appreciate it. I hope you both are well. Patty, Kathy, still going through chat here, guys. You guys are being so chatty this morning. I love it. Thank you so much. Katie says, sends some hugs to Danny. Oh, well, thank you, Katie, very much for that. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm working there. I'm getting through it. It's just, my brain is just in complete overdrive right now. Lucas says we got some snow. Oh, wait, hang on. Chat moved. Okay, Kathy says she's feeling much better. Oh, good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Good, good, good. Terry says, I like your hair down. I just put mine up. It's 79 degrees in here. Oh, window open. Fan is on. 59 outside. Well, thank you very much for telling me about that. My hair looks nice. I appreciate that. It is currently 34 degrees here, and we're supposed to get a high of 39. So can you... some of that over here, please. Some of that warm weather. Can you send it this way? Because it's chilly in here. My back's killing me today from this cold weather. So, but thank you very much for the compliment. I truly appreciate that. I spent yesterday hand quilting sewing blocks for a raffle quilt and another block that will be a Christmas present. Oh, wow, Susan, that's way more than I did. Oh my gosh, Katie. Myra's mom passed away just a few days ago. Oh, Katie, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, gosh, that's rough. That's so rough. I have no idea. If you reach out to her, please let her know that I am so sorry about that. Wow, that's really heartbreaking. I can only imagine what she's going through herself right now. So if there's anything I can do to help, I mean, I'm sure there isn't, but if there is anything I can do to help, please send her my love and let her know that I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah. Wow, Susan celebrating a whole year of membership. Thank you so much for that, Susan. I appreciate that. I'm still going through chat, guys, here. Like, I told you, my brain is just completely on overload. Patty saying hello to Ivy. She likes my hair down. I think I'm almost caught up. Almost. I think I'm getting close. Kathy, I'm so glad to hear that you are feeling better. I always, it's always sad when people aren't feeling well. It's that time of the year, of course, for it, but still. Susan, you're out reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. Thank you so much for that reminder, Susan. I really appreciate it. If you guys have just a second, if you could go over and tickle that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. It really does help the channel. I just want to say, we have gotten like 10 or 12 new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. So if you are a new subscriber and you're tuned in today, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and being a part of this amazing community, being a part of our friend group here. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you say something in chat if you can, if you're comfortable with it. We would love to welcome you officially to the channel in person. We'd love to welcome you. So welcome to all of our new subscribers. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I wish I could talk to every single one of you, but it's just not kind of the way that the way this platform works. But I absolutely am so grateful for every single one of you as friends, for sure. I know she's getting annoyed with me. She's like, Mom, can we just get moving, Mom? Hi, Chloe. Good morning. Welcome back. She says, I'll be lurking. No problem, Chloe. We totally understand. To get ready for the funeral this upcoming week. Yeah, no, I completely understand that, Katie. But if you do talk to her, yeah, if you do. Yeah. I'm hopping all over the place here, guys. Sorry. Patty says it's 33 now. Feels like 26. Snow on the ground. A more lake effect coming. Woo! My kind of weather. Hi, Rita. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Terry says, I hope to have a project for tomorrow night if Little Miss doesn't knock me out in the daytime. No problem. I completely understand. Terry says, I'll share this live now in my community. Be right back. Oh, thank you so much for that, Terry. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. Something. There you go. Address, just in case you need it. Linda, I should have your address on file because I've sent you so many things. But if you want to email it to me again, absolutely, just in case. But I should have it here. Greenland, Katie says 47 degrees by her. Kathy says 42 and cold by her. Yeah, it's 35 right now with a high of 39 here in northern Illinois. I take that back. High of 35. It's 34 and a high of 35 today. So not going to get much warmer than it is right now. So sent it. Oh, right, great, thank you. Okay, so I think I'm caught up on chat now. I know I have subscribers that aren't our usual tribe. No problem, Terry. No, you know what it is? I enjoy making new friends no matter who they are or what they do. Some people don't even have to quilt. Like, they just want to hang out and see the puppy camp. That's okay. As long as it's, peaceful intentions. But, yeah, I don't mind. I enjoy meeting new people. I don't get out very often because I don't like the general public. Weird, right? But I love meeting new people through YouTube. I think it's wonderful. There's the cutie pie. Yeah, there she is. She's just waiting for TREAT. We want to see the cute puppies. That's right, Linda. I know. You're not here to see me. You're here to see puppies. I get it. I understand. Or your live link. Oh, Katie, thank you so much for that. So I wanted to let you guys know. So let's talk about, so I went through the chat now. So the to-do list. Let's focus on the to-do list. So she's intensely waiting. I know. You know what? She's gonna get one anyway. I only have a few left. I gotta refill. Can you take it nice? Yes, take it nice. Hold on. Okay. table runner. This is my Thanksgiving gnome table runner. You guys remember it from a couple weeks ago. We put the, we finished quilting it. We put the binding on it. And then I did something really stupid that you probably should not do with a table runner. And I did it anyway. And I put it in the washing machine and in the dryer. Why? I don't know, but I did. So I put it in the washing machine and then into the dryer. And so because, you know, it's 100% cotton and polyester thread, it all shrunk up and it became this like weird conglomerated ball. And so then I had to panic because I can't exactly hang that on the wall when it's all wrinkly and stuff. So I pulled it back out and I've just finished ironing it, and it actually ironed pretty flat, thank goodness. But I wanted to show this to you guys because I'm kind of floored by this. So when I had it pulled out before, you guys remember it was massive. I mean, it was just huge. It's just huge. Like, we're like, whose table? Like, how big is Kim Moo's table that she thinks that this is a table runner? And like, it was atrociously huge. Remember? It was like almost the size of a throw blanket. Wasn't quite wide enough for a throw blanket. It's kind of distracting. Well, thank you very much for that, Katie. I appreciate you letting me know that. We're going to turn that down. And I don't know why that's so loud today. So we're just going to turn it off. How about that? Thank you so much for letting me know that, Katie. I really appreciate it. It's not supposed to be distracting. It's just supposed to be white noise in the background. So anyway, I'm not a weird. Oh, okay. I also shared your language. Thank you so much for that. Rita says, not weird. I'm not in an in-person crowd either. No, that's, yeah. She's intensely waiting. Yes, it was stable. I could hardly hear it. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, it's different for everybody, and that's okay. It's no big deal. So anyway, so you guys remember the table runner. It was huge. I mean, it was just massive. Like, whose table is this big? Okay, so I washed it and I dried it. Let me show you. This is it. Like, this is how wide it is now. Like, it's not wide at all. Like, the whole thing shrank up so much that I can actually hold it now. Like, remember before I couldn't hold it? This is it. So, this is batik fabrics. It wasn't wool. No, it was batik fabrics and cotton batting. So, the only thing I can think of is that the batik fabrics shrunk that much. But, like, you guys remember how big this thing was. Like, it's not... Now it looks like a table runner. It looked like a bed sheet before. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I pulled it out and I'm ironing it and I'm like, oh my God, it shrunk in half. Like, it's 50% smaller than it was. So anyway, so this is amazing. No, Katie, don't apologize, Katie. No, absolutely not. If it's distracting to you, you tell me and I turn it off. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. No. The whole thing shrunk. Yeah, the whole thing shrunk. It all shrunk together, which is, you know, helpful. It is a little puffy, you know, like puckery, which I'm okay with. I don't mind that. But I couldn't believe it. Like, it's just, it looks like a table runner now. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. I couldn't believe it. So now it'll actually get hung on the wall at work because it's small enough to hang on the wall at work. But now it actually looks like the size of a table runner. So I don't work with batik fabrics a lot. So maybe you guys do. Maybe you guys know if batik fabrics shrink that much. But yeah, I couldn't believe how much it shrank. Like, if you guys go back and watch, what was it? Not last Sunday's video, maybe last Wednesday's Whip Wednesday video where we were actually quilting it. You guys can see how huge it was. It's really cool. I really love it. Yeah, it's just, I was shocked at how much it shrank. Like, just unbelievable. So, good news is that it is completed now and it will be going off to my office this week to be hung up in my office. I will try my best to remember to post pictures of it on our Facebook group so you guys can see it hung up there in my office. Sandra says, I measure all projects before washing. Interesting. I've never done that. It's distracting for... Well, I'm glad I turned it off then. The last thing I want is for it to be distracting to anybody. The whole point of it is just to be a white noise in the background, but if it's distracting to you guys, then we turn it off. No worries. No worries at all. Okay, so that was checkbox number 2. checkbox number 3 is now working on our Puppies project. So as I mentioned before, we have finished our smoky blocks. We finished those a couple of weeks ago. And now we are working on, there's 3 different types of blocks. This is a, for those of you who are just joining us, this is an Elizabeth Hartman pattern. It's called the Puppies. Looks like this. Just cute little puppy heads. There are 3 different puppy heads that we need to put together. We've already put one of them together. That was the smoky block. Now we're working on the second puppy head, which is the Lulu block. I showed these to you guys once before, but here's the centers of them. And we're going to be working on the ears and stuff today. We had started it a little bit, but now we're going to be putting the rest of it together today. And then after that, we will be working on the third block, which is called the Toby block. And we're not probably going to get to the Toby blocks today. I love the little noises. Yeah, me too, Terry. I don't like it super quiet. Yeah, it's just me, but that's okay. Never measure before washing. I figure it better to be able to be washed and dried. I typically will wash and dry my full-size quilts. Anything that, especially things that I'm going to be gifting away, I will typically wash and dry those here at home so that in the event that something happens to it, a color, something bleeds or something else, then I can try to fix it myself as opposed to someone else doing it and thinking that now they've ruined the project. So I will usually do that here. But table runners, I don't typically wash just because I don't use table runners on a table. I use them as wall hangings and things like that. So typically I won't wash them. So that way they lay nice and flat and they're not puckered or anything. They just lay nice and flat. But for whatever reason, I had to throw this one into the washing machine. And because I did, the whole thing shrank so much. I mean, it probably shrank a good 25%, at least 25%, maybe even 50%. Like, it shrunk a lot. But the good news is the whole thing shrunk at one time. So it's not like there's any really big puffy areas or anything. So that's the good news. And I ironed it just before the live stream and it kind of ironed nice and flat too. So that's the other good news as well. But yeah, I could not get over how much smaller it became when we were finished with it. So Terry, no problem. No problem. I totally understand. She says she's going to be finishing putting up her PMQ. Yeah, Cotton Cuts just did the final reveal for their Flyaway PMQ. Lots of fun. Mama Joyce is finishing up hers as well, as is my aunt. My aunt and Mama Joyce were both doing that one, so that's fun. We have a block of the month that we were going to be doing here on this channel called Twisted Dream by Stitching Haven. And I have to be honest and say I'm not sure if we're going to be doing it or not. Not because I don't want to or anything, but because I'm not entirely sure that I was actually signed up for it. I thought I was signed up for it, but I can't find anything in any of my accounts that I have on Stitching Haven. I can't find any record of it there, and I haven't gotten anything from them yet, and they haven't charged me for anything yet. So I have a feeling that like there was some extra step or extra button or something that I needed to push to confirm my purchase, and I never did it. So there's a possibility that we may not actually be doing that project on the channel, which is a really bummer because I really liked it. It was really pretty, and I really wanted to do that one, but it's not even available to sign up for anymore. So I'm not really sure what happened. I'm hoping that it still shows up in the mail, and maybe it's just all kind of, because they did say it would start in November. And it is still pretty early in November, so hopefully I see it. We'll see. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. It is what it is. I'm not going to try to replace it just in case I did actually sign up for it and it's just delayed or whatever. And then I did get notification yesterday that I was charged for our Blackberry Bramble block of the month, which I'm really excited for. That's that purple one that I'm really excited for that I'm going to be working on with Mama Joyce. I just got charged for that one, so that one should be showing up here soon. So I'm really excited about that. Susan says, my friend Shelly did it in the Phoenix colorway and it's stunning. Oh, the Flyaway? Awesome. Yeah, they're so pretty. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Wizard. We're going to have to fix your handle. Remind me to do that later. But good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It says Mr. Wizard, and then all the letters look like Jezebel. That's awesome. I love that. That's so funny. We're going to have to fix that, but that's all right. We'll worry about it later. Good morning, Mr. Wizard. Thanks so much for being in chat this morning. So, okay, so focus here, guys. Hocus pocus focus. Let's go. Lulu Black. We have finished the centers, and now we're going to be working on the ears. We have 2 different ears to make. So I've got these pieces here. I've got these pieces here, and then these K's go here, and then I need G's. That's these here. I need 8 of these. Let's grab those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. All right. That's funny. It looks like Jezebel. I told you, it's the stupidest things that are distracting me today. I really need to focus. The good news is I did take some of Myra's advice from our last live stream that we did with Katie about the struggles that I've been having. And one of the things that she said was to make lists to try and help yourself focus on the things you need to do. So I have been trying to consciously make an effort to do that so that I'm not completely, scatterbrained. At least I remember to do things. So I've been trying to do that. So I am appreciative of her her suggestion on that. And so that is where I'm at right now with that. Did I turn? I did. Okay. Example of how my brain is today. I looked down, I saw the remote for my light, and I thought to myself, did I turn the light on? Rather than looking at the screen to see if the light was on, I turned around and looked, but yeah, that's okay. And then I had to remember what I was doing. So this is where my brain is. Oh, everything is distracting me so. All right, so these are the ears. So let's go ahead and put these ears together. This is the left ear. How is everybody else doing this weekend? I mean, besides dealing with my craziness, how is everybody else doing this fine weekend? I hope you're staying warm. My gosh, so chilly. Although I'm in the upper Midwest, so it's not bitter cold yet. It's just, it's your first chill. And so you're always kind of like this culture shock of, oh yeah, it's going to get cold again, and you're like, oh yeah, is the heating in the house working? Things like that. So that always takes a minute to kind of get readjusted to, but it's really not that cold. It could be much, much colder, and it will get much, much colder. They're actually talking about some significant snowfall totals this year, not today, but just this year in general. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. All right, let's go ahead and get this going. But how is everybody else doing? A couple people have mentioned what they were working on today. I saw some hand quilting, from someone. I can't remember who that was now. I have unfortunately just been completely bombarded with stuff from my corporate job and really have not had a chance to do a whole lot of anything. It's unfortunate. It's a necessary evil at this particular time, and it will let itself up in just a little bit. But I'm trying to make sure that I'm managing my own stress, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to say forced myself to do this live stream this morning, but strongly encouraged myself to continue with this live stream this morning so that I would allow myself the opportunity to de-stress a little bit. Hi, Gladys. Good morning. Welcome back. So I'm hoping that actually is going to help. Marie, good morning. Welcome back as well. Thank you both for joining us today. Backstitching my cross-stitch project. Almost done. Wow, Sandra, I am extremely jealous because there is no way in heck I am almost done with mine. That is for sure. I'm barely getting started with mine. You guys got to see that on Wednesday, I think. If it turns out, I'll make you guys this promise. If it turns out that we have not signed up for the Twisted Dream Block of the Month project, like I thought, because I probably screwed something up. If it turns out that we don't get that, then what I will do is I will update my schedule to, instead of using that day, the day that I was going to be using that for that project, we will turn that into a cross stitch stream instead. If it comes to if that's what happens. Actually, I want to go to one side. I was going to press these open, but it turns out I don't want to do that. I just want to go to one side with these. So if it turns out that we don't get the Twisted Dream project, which I'm really still hoping we do, but if we don't, then I will change my schedule for the day that I had anticipated for that project to a cross-stitch day instead. Otherwise, the cross-stitch project will continue to show up on the channel every now and again on our WIP Wednesdays. Not every WIP Wednesday, just depends on what I've got going on. Otherwise, it will continue to show up there as we work through. And I've got a bunch of little ones that I might pull out as well. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so put those down though. Last one is here. So right now we're putting together the left ear for these Lulu blocks. And I iron after every step so that everything lays nice and super flat for me when I'm working with it. There we go. And we've got this piece here. I want to make sure that I'm laying these out correctly. There we go. How was everybody's weekend? Got anything fun going on? Is everybody ready for... Has anybody started their holiday decorating? Or now that Halloween is over, I know a bunch of people will start to do that. I have not. I usually don't do my Halloween, holiday decorating until after Thanksgiving. That's just how I do things. I know everybody does them differently. There are a couple of houses here in my neighborhood that already have their Christmas lights out in the evenings. I've seen them. So that's kind of neat. Mr. Wizard spent the majority of the day yesterday trying to get our snowblower running. We knew we weren't going to need it for this snowfall, but we like to have it ready and sitting in the garage waiting, kind of like the lawnmower, ready and waiting for us. The one year we were late on getting the snowblower together, and it turned out we ended up with like 6 inches of snow. And the snowblower was stuck in the shed. We couldn't get it out of the shed. The shed doors had froze shut. And so we learned our lesson. And now we get it ready much earlier. And we just, sometimes it sits in the garage all season and we don't even use it. And then other times we end up using it considerably. It just kind of depends on the weather and what it wants to do. But everybody is predicting a significant amount of snowfall this year. So we'll be grateful to have it set up in there, have it ready to go. Susan says, found my summer moon book and the fabrics to make my lap-size summer moon. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations, Susan. That's really exciting. That's a beautiful quilt top. Maria's saying hello to Lucas. So good morning. Joyce, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Good morning. All right. So let's go ahead and get this ironed up now. There we go. Lay that one down. But I could not believe how much that table runner shrunk. Like, and I didn't wash it in warm water. It got washed in cold water because we washed just about everything in cold water. Terry says, uh-oh, did someone say summer moon? Go. This week we've got a couple of live streams during the week, and then we've got a couple more on the weekends. I've already told you guys Monday is our members only live stream. I've not put the thumbnail up for that one yet, but it will be up before the end of the day today. I will post the link, the Zoom link, because part of their members only is I give you guys a Zoom link so you can join me on a Zoom call if you want. I will post that one up here. I usually post the Zoom link around 7 p.m. Central, between 7 p.m. and 7:30, and then our live stream actually starts at 7:30. For those who want to join me, they're welcome to do so. And then Tuesday, we're going to be back here again for our Spools of the Year project. I've got the November block all cut up. That's, you guys can kind of see it. It's this orange fabric right here. I've got that one all cut up. I had that cut up last weekend. That one is going to look pretty cool. I think you guys are going to like it. So we're going to be working on that on Tuesday. I have Wednesday kind of blocked out on my schedule for a rollover in case we need it. I don't think that we will. There's not as many pieces with this month's wall hanging as there have been in the past, but I do have it blocked off in case we need it. That is for Wednesday if we need it. Then Saturday we have our After Dark edition where we're going to be working on a project with Sherlock Cheryl. Sherlock Cheryl is actually going to be starting a quilting project. So Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl are going to be switching places. That's going to be fun to watch. I will be working on probably borders or binding for one of the projects that we have that needs to be worked on. I'm not entirely sure. I might pull out a cross stitch. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends on what I'm feeling that day. I don't have anything planned just yet. That is on Saturday afternoon/evening. So make sure you guys check that out. And then, of course, Sunday, we have our live stream again here on the channel. We are going to be starting on our sew-along next Sunday. Here on the channel, we're going to be doing a sew-along. You guys, I've been telling you guys about it for a little while now. It is called Framed Pinwheels. It is a pattern by Missouri Star Quilt Company. We're going to be starting from the very, very beginning. So we're going to be prepping our fabrics on Sunday. So that means a lot of ironing, a lot of cutting. If you would like to join us, you are welcome to do so. I will not be giving final cutting instructions because I do not own the pattern. So you will need to purchase the pattern on your own in order to follow along with us. But all you need is a layer cake and 2 charm square packs, or you can do it with 4 charm square packs as well. But we're going to be starting that on Sunday morning. And then Sunday afternoon, I've already told you guys about it already, but I'll be joining Katie over on her channel for our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces. Sounds like Myra may or may not be able to join us, and that's perfectly okay. We completely understand. Family is way more important than any live stream we would have. Maybe she'll join us just for a distraction, too. That could be it as well. We'll just kind of have to wait it out and see. So lots of things coming up here on the channel. which in some ways is adding a little bit to my stress levels, but at the same time, it's also helping considerably too, because it's kind of forcing me to take a step back from my corporate job and other things that would otherwise be causing stress, and give me some time back here working on the things that I love. Because a lot of times when we're under stress, we kind of don't make the time for ourselves. Because we have so many things we need to do, we don't really make the time to decompress. And so that's, a lot of times I will use my schedule for this channel to do that, to kind of force myself to decompress a little bit. So that's kind of where I do things. And I know that doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. I understand. Not everybody is interested in that. And I get that. I do. But I am truly grateful for everybody that comes along with me on this journey and puts up with my crazy. Mr. Wizard especially, because he probably gets the brunt of it. He really does. He really does. Taylor is away for the weekend. She had the weekend off, so she is away. She went down to Southern Illinois to spend some time with her friends from school, her friends from college. So she'll be back later today. She actually just sent me a text message a little while ago that it's snowing down there by her. But she'll be back later today. And she has decided to make a little bit of a career move. Her new job is not quite what she was hoping it was going to be, which is unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. And she's young enough, and she's in a situation right now, at least financially, and just in life in general, that she has the ability to make some changes if she needs to. And so that's what she's going to be doing. So she's asked me to kind of keep that stuff private, and I respect that. So I intend to. But I know that you guys, are concerned about the girls, and I truly appreciate that. So I try and keep you at least a little bit updated on what's going on with them as much as they're willing to allow. Oh, Susan, that sounds like fun. I've been to one of those at my local quilt store. It's kind of the same thing, but she says her guild is having what they call an in-house retreat. So daytimes to evening at the place where they usually have their meetings, starting Thursday through Saturday. That sounds like a lot of fun. Part of me thinks I need something like that to keep me focused here. All right, so we're done with, I think these are the cheeks. I don't think these are actually the ears. I think these are the cheeks. So we're done with these for now. So we're going to set these off, and we're going to work on the ears for a minute. And so I need the T's and the L's, which is these two here. And I need some D's and some E's. Yeah, these E's. Okay. All right. So let's start with the T's first. Let me grab my pins. I don't normally pin these, but that way I can just kind of sew it all up at one time. So we need to do a D this way. And then we need to do another D. Just one thanks. This way. I gotta tell you guys, I am really actually looking forward to this colder weather because my allergies are kicking my tail lately. This fall, between the spring and the fall, my allergies are just the absolute worst. And so my allergies are just going berserk right now. So I'm really looking forward to the first frost and the snowfall, because that's usually when they kind of let up a little bit. All right, so this first one. So that's what we're going to do. We've got some squares. We're going to be sewing on an angle to create some half square triangles. Ouch, when I just pinched myself. That wasn't cool. But that's what we got there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin these all up, lay them out. Try not to poke myself again. That is, after all, the goal. I could probably just use some clips. I probably don't need to use the pins, but they're here. It's fine. What's a little blood on the quilt? It's fine. It just means I can charge extra, right? Yesterday, I had an extremely busy day, as I will again today. Yesterday was a very expensive day because I had to have some work done to my car. Nothing mechanically, like it's not like it wouldn't start or anything. It's just basically routine stuff. But the car's got 85,000 miles on it now. So now the more expensive repairs are going to start to come up. And one of those, why isn't this? There we go. One of those was new shocks and struts. So that one was an expensive repair, but luckily I have some family that's in the industry that was able to kind of do it as a side job for me. And so I saved a little bit of money, but it took them quite a bit of time yesterday. So I was without a vehicle, so Mr. Wizard had to chauffeur me around everywhere, which he didn't mind. But we typically go places together anyway on the weekends, so we're usually only using one car, so that's why it really wasn't that big of a deal. So that was a very expensive day. It seems like car repairs are always pretty expensive. Like nowadays, you can't even get like an oil change for under $100, which just seems crazy to me. So that was expensive. I was hoping to get to a quilt store. Mama Joyce needs to get to a quilt store to buy some fabrics, and she had asked me if I would go with her, and I was hoping to get there to go with her, but it just didn't quite work out by the time I got everything kind of done. And then I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do in my corporate job, so I spent the majority of the day on the computer in here doing stuff for my corporate job, and it just kind of took the fun out of the day, And then I've been so tired lately because I have been working a lot. I've been working a lot of after hours to try and keep up with things lately. And I was so tired yesterday. By 7:30, I was sitting in the chair in the living room. Mr. Wizard and I have one of those love seats that has the dual recliners. And so we were sitting in there because that's usually where we sit. And so we were sitting there, and I just kept nodding off. I must have nodded off like 4 or 5 times. and I guess I might have been making a little bit of noise when I nodded off. Who knew? So he was trying to be polite about it, but I guess I was being a little distracting, and it was hard for him to watch the TV, so he had to wake me up. So I was just completely exhausted. And that was like at by 7 o'clock, like just completely exhausted. And this morning, it took everything in me to get out of bed this morning. Like I just wanted to sleep. And I promise you guys that I will take the time to sleep when I have the time. Right now, I do not have it to give. Things have just been really, really crazy. I think I told you guys before, but my corporate office, the office that I work in, is going to be, our lease is up in February. So we're going to be physically relocating to another one of our company's locations. We're going to be combining our efforts with the efforts of another division, because the building they're in is way too big for them. They knew that when they moved in, but there were reasons that they had to move into that building, and it's just way, way too big for them. So we're not actually going to be losing any space at all. In fact, we're going to be gaining a little bit more space moving in with them. So it's kind of crazy. But, moving a building, moving a production, moving a manufacturing production company is not without its challenges. We don't have huge, large-scale machinery, but we do have machinery that needs to be moved, and it will require some coordination. We also have a chemistry lab that is regulated by the EPA that has to be moved. So there's some coordinations there. And then on top of that, of course, with any move, because it's about 13 miles from our current location. unfortunately, some folks have decided that they don't want to move with us. And so we're also doing some employee shuffling as well. And so there's all these things on top of just trying to do, your day-to-day business operations that are kind of adding to a little bit of the stress level. And I'm in, my new position that I was, my new title and position that I was given this year puts me into the middle of those things now, as opposed to before when I was not part of the management team. I was involved in those things, but not to the extent that I am now. So there's just, there's a lot of things that you kind of have to juggle and you have to prioritize. And, sometimes extra hours are just needed to keep the status quo sometimes. So I don't slough off, for extra work if I need to. If the job needs to be done, I do it. But it takes its toll for sure. So I've been working 2 to 3 extra hours every evening for the last week. And then yesterday I was in here for probably about 6 hours. And then I'll probably be in here for at least another 4 today. So we'll see. It comes and goes. It's not like this has to happen every week and every day. There are just situations where it's required, and so it is what it is. So, all right, let me flip over my presser foot so that we can start sewing up these angles. I have a guided presser foot that I like to use to make sure that I have a nice 1/4 inch seam. But the guided foot, in my opinion, just my opinion, but in my opinion, it doesn't really work very well when you're trying to do these corner to corner sewing options. So I have another one that's a 1/4 inch presser foot. I don't know if you guys can even see it. It's clear. It's a 1/4 inch presser foot, but it doesn't have the guide on it. And it's clear, so I can see the line that I'm trying to sew on. So I'm going to use that. I apologize if I'm talking a little bit more than normal today. Without the radio on, I feel like I have to fill the silence, at least in my head. So I'm just kind of, being a little chatty. Plus, I think I just need it. I need to, word vomit, if that even makes sense right now. Like, I just need to get it all out there. So I've been missing chat a little bit. I hope I wasn't missing anything too important. Looks like a lot of people are just playing games, and that's totally fine. That is what they are there for. Like I said, I will get those thimble redemptions mailed here in November. The end of November, I'll get the thimble redemptions mailed. And then in December, we'll be doing all of our membership perks and any more thimble redemptions that we have, obviously, as well. All right, let's go ahead and get these sewn up. Let's get these going. So yeah, corporate world has just been, it's been a little bit much for me lately. But, you adapt and you adjust, and I am so grateful to have this channel, which forces me to come in here to decompress. That's really what this channel does for me. It really, truly helps me decompress. And I am truly grateful for to be able to do that, and also to be able to spend time with you guys and kind of share with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mr. Wizard is abundantly patient with me and listens to me, and we have a fantastic relationship. But it's good to have another set of friends to chat with. I do have other friends. That makes it sound weird. I do have other friends to talk to and things, but we share these common goals and these common bonds with regards to how we use this particular hobby to help us deal with the day-to-day life functions. And I think that you know, that bonds us together as a community. And nose itches again. Go. Alright, so these actually go this way. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on in my world lately. It's been a little chaotic, a little hectic at times, but we're working through. Seems like at least once or twice a year I'm put into this situation in my corporate job, and I really don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I don't want anybody to think that I'm unhappy in my career or my choice of job. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. I love the company I work with for. You know, it's part of life. You know, it's one of those things that we teach our children about, that life happens. You know, it's just part of life. Not every day is a beautiful, amazing day on your job. Sometimes you have to get through a little bit of crap. But I've always told the girls to, you know, 80-20 it. You know, if at least 80% of the time you're happy with your job, well, then stay there. Just kind of roll with the 20%. Danny, I understand no one in my life is interested in sewing, quilting, bag making, etc. Here we can share and know it's appreciated. Yes, absolutely, Terry. 100%. Like, we all have friends, I'm sure, I hope. But they may not share in our same hobbies, and so that bonds us here, and then, you know, we can also have conversations about other things as well, and feel like a part of our community and part of our, you know, a small part of the whole picture, you know. And I am grateful that you guys are here with me. That, you know, I have you guys, your friendships, to be able to help work through these times. And then I'm also grateful that you have my friendship, and that I can somehow help you get through whatever it is that you're dealing with. You know, whether it be stress in a corporate job, whether it be, you know, death in the family, like for Myra especially, you know, whether it be maybe it's some health issues that you're struggling with, whatever the case may be. I hope that I can help. I mean, I can't help you monetarily. I can't even necessarily help you physically, because we're not in the same areas. But hopefully I can at least help you, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally, a little bit, in our own ways. And, you know, maybe we also make something fun and pretty in the process as well. But let's face it, that's not really the goal, or that's not really the focus here. I shouldn't say it's not the focus. It is the focus, but it's not the only goal. Oh, I should have went the other way. Dang it. Okay, let me cut that. These are opposites, so I should have started the opposite way. Oh. Okay. I think at some point I'm going to have to wind another bobbin, because I don't have an extra one in this thread color, and I think I might have to wind one. And a gambler. That is true. That is true. That's right. We've even turned Lucas into a quilter and a gambler. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. We have influenced him. That's for sure. For sure. We've We've influenced someone in the younger generation. And Lucas still has another project. Like, he still has fabric to work on another project. I just have not had the opportunity to be able to dive into it with him, to come up with a game plan for it yet. So he's got it sitting there. He brought it with him. It's stuff that we had acquired for him before. We even acquired a pattern at one time too. But we might change that to something different. But yeah, he has another project that we can get to at some point. Gambling the safe way. That's right. The fun and safe way. Right. That does not add any stress to anybody's lives. Yep. Yep. That's right. See, we got to look for the positive in life. We got to look at the good things, because otherwise we will be buried in the negativity. The whole world, you know what? The rest of the world is here to give us negative energy. Like, that's really their goal. The news, the media, you know, strangers you meet on the street, the general public, they're all there to give you that negative energy. I think that's really their goal. Our goal here on this channel, and as a friend, as our friendships, is to give the positive energy. It's to provide that balance, you know? That's the way I look at it anyway. That's cool, Joyce, that you do some free online gambling as well. Yeah, there's a bunch of avenues out there for like poker games and things like that where you can do that stuff online. For sure. Yeah, I've downloaded and played a couple of those games before. The one, I think it's the poker game that you can play online for free. And if you're really good at it, eventually they invite you to play for real in Vegas. That's kind of neat. But yeah, it's all in good fun. It's all to help you decompress from the world around you and take that all in. All right, so we've got our ears. I've been over here, clucking away, chatting, but I've also been doing something. All of our ears are now sewn up together. I get free play money online when I go to the actual casino and spend their money. Oh, that's kind of cool. Candy Crush, is that considered gambling? I mean, it could be, Terry. It could. There's like poker games out there. There's like Crazy 8 games. I think I do Phase 10. Yeah. Too funny. Okay, so these all need to be trimmed up first. So let me grab my thing. My little bitty one is in my sewing box, or my my case with my sewing machine, my little bitty one that I have. I should probably get another one for in here. This will work. Oh, this should work. This one here. Okay. Now we need to trim these up and we need to iron them open. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Cup scraps. Go. All right. One of the things that I like to try to do around this time of the year is I like to try to start thinking about goals that I want to set for myself, both in my corporate job and in my private life, but then also goals for here on this channel. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for this whole year, then you will know that at the beginning of the year, our very first live stream that we had at the very beginning of the year, we set some goals for ourselves, because that's just kind of the way I like to do it. I know not everybody does that for themselves, but I do. I like to set goals, because then I feel like all those times where I'm like swirling and I don't know what I need to do and I don't know where I need to go, that's when I look back at the goals and I go, what did I want to accomplish? Where did I want to be? And so that's, part of that whole making a list thing. But these are more long term. So these are usually every year. Now, we did make some goals for ourselves for this channel at the beginning of the year. And some of those goals we have already achieved. And there are some goals where, as much as I would have loved to be able to achieve those things, I just don't see them happening. And so those things will roll over to the next year. Because I kind of went a little crazy with my goals this year. And I really set the bar high. Really, really high this year. But that's okay. I kind of feel like, you want to give yourself a couple of goals that you know for sure you're going to achieve. You know for sure you're going to achieve those things. And then you want to set some goals that are pretty lofty, pretty high up there. Because if you achieve them, it's like the ultimate with regards to confidence builders. But if you don't achieve them, it's okay, because they were such high goals, So things like getting a new logo for the channel, having the website set up, like those are partially there. Like I have some drafts of a couple of logos that I was looking at, that I was working through, but I really haven't had the opportunity to dig back into it. And with regards to the website, I've acquired the domain name for the website, but I never actually started creating it. So like they're not completely done. Like they're not completely not done at all, but they're just a little bit of a bigger task than just small pieces. So those things probably won't be completed by this year. But then we did goals like, I think we had a goal of 1,000 subscribers. Will we get to 1,000? Probably not. But that's okay. We're much closer than we were at the beginning of last year. We were at just over 500 subscribers. I think we were just barely at 600 subscribers last year. Now we're at almost 800. So I look at that as a win. Like we're making strides towards it for sure. Then there's the goals we had set for ourselves for specific projects that we wanted to work on. Those are all gonna be gone, because the last one was our swirling leaves project, and we just started that one last week. So that one will be, we'll be able to mark that one off that we've started it. So I think for one of the things I like to do around this time of the year is I like to start thinking about those things. Not setting them, just thinking about them. Like, am I gonna, how many of these do I need to roll over for the next year? And what am I gonna do for the next year? So one of the things that I'm trying to come up with for myself for this channel specifically is, what projects do I want to work on? Because we're going to be finishing up a bunch of projects here soon, and we want to start new ones. And I have a whole list. Oh my gosh, I have such a long list of projects that we want to start on this channel. So the whole point of the goals is to pick 4 of them and focus on those 4. And so I know one of them will be the Timberland Trails project, because that one is intended as a gift. So we need to get started on that one. So that will definitely be one that makes its way to the list. But then I'm not sure what the other ones are going to be yet. I try and choose 4, because 4 seems to be a good number for me. I usually end up with a couple of extras than 4, but the goal is just 4. So those are just things that I'm also kind of have a little bit of space in my brain. Not a lot of space, but a little bit. We created that list of goals here on this channel, and I printed it up and I have it hung up on my whiteboard, which you guys can't see, but it's on the whiteboard behind the screen there. And I look at it every time I'm like, okay, we're getting ready to finish a project, or okay, I'm kind of bored with what we're doing. I need a new idea of something to work on, to start on. I check that list and see what's there, what's listed there. And that really helps me. It kind of goes back to what Myra was saying on the one live stream about making a list, setting goals for yourself. Things that you can achieve, and then also things that are maybe a little bit loftier than you may or may not get to. Kathy says she's back. Welcome back, Kathy. It's great to see you. Joyce says, I want to find a good Aztec or Native American quilt to do. Ooh, that's fun. Joyce, have you looked into, and I don't know if this is of any interest to you or not, but I know a lot of people have done it, so it might just be that it's just too overrun. But forgive me, the Native American woman who they have a statue of her in South Dakota in one of the rest stops. I want to say Destiny is her name, maybe. Hi, Mona. Welcome back to the channel. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I hope you're well. Good afternoon. I want to say it's like Destiny, maybe. But a lot of people have done, she's got this beautiful quilted design. She's holding up her arms like this, and she's got this beautiful like shawl thing that's a cape. And there's a quilted design on that. Maybe that's something to think about. I know a lot of people have done that one, so it might be a little overdone now, but it's still an option for you. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and iron these open, and I'm using my cool little quilting tool again, pressing tool again. This is a clapper and a form, I guess, that allows you to really get seams pressed open very well. I really, really like it. It was a recommendation by Terry, our moderator on our channel. She said she's made some for herself, and they're amazing. It really, really works very well. Definitely recommend it. Hi, Katie. Good evening. My gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you on a weekend. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Fern is also here. Hello. This cold weather is bringing all of our friends back. I'm just kidding. But I'm so glad to see you all. Welcome back. We are just working on our Puppies project. All right, so now I can actually lay this one down there and work on the next one. We are putting the ears together. Oh, she heard me say puppies. She heard me say puppies. Hi, baby girl. Hi. How are you? How are you? Hi. Hi, baby girl. The weather keeps us close. Americana Quilting had an easy looking block yesterday. Oh, okay. Yeah. Lucas says, woohoo, I got my second place back. he's working at it. He's working on it. He was a little upset about the fact that he had lost his lead there for a little while. Aztec looking block. Oh yeah, those are beautiful blocks. Like beautiful, beautiful blocks. But that's a quilt option for you. I want to say the name of it was Destiny. Somebody help me out here. You probably know what I'm talking about. I've seen it like a million times. It's a Native American woman statue in South Dakota. It's actually at a rest stop at a gas station, because I've seen it. I've actually been up to it close and personal. Winning a new t-shirt last night. Oh, congratulations. That sounds exciting. Hi, baby. You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. You're such a good girl. The camera has moved a little bit, so you're not quite on it. That's all right, though. That's okay. They know what you look like. And you're a cutie patootie. Wrigley, our littlest one, our little black and white one, she went and got her. She went to the groomer yesterday. We take her to the groomer. We take all of our dogs are hypoallergenic. Dignity of the earth. Yeah, dignity. Yes, that's what it was. Yes. Looks like my Lacey from the side. Yeah. She yes, that's what it was. Dignity. Yes, I think so. For some reason I thought it was destiny, but yeah, dignity is probably the right one. What was I saying now? Oh, right. So all of our dogs, because I have horrible allergies, you guys know this. All of our dogs are hypoallergenic, so they don't shed. They don't shed, but that means that they have to be groomed every 6 to 8 weeks. Ivy could probably go every 10 weeks before she would need to be groomed. But since we have all of our dogs in a rotation, we have 3 dogs. Since we have them all in a rotation, we just groom her along with the other ones. But we have all of our dogs groomed every 8 weeks. And Wrigley is usually the one that needs it the most because the hair on her face starts to grow and it starts to cover up her eyes and you can't see her eyes. And she's got the black eyes. So, Fern is trying to also redeem a random notion. Fern, I think it has to be one word. Maybe try, yeah, redeem notion. There you go. I think that's what it needs to be. Did it show up? There it is. There it is. There you go. Congratulations on redeeming that notion. Sometimes it takes a minute. Streamlabs is tired today, I guess. But congratulations on that, though. All of the redemptions will be mailed out at the end of the month. I know I've got a bunch from October. A couple from October, too. So congratulations. My dogs, too, are all need to be groomed. I took them 2 at a time, or I groomed them 1 each right for the 4 weeknights. Free up my weekends. There you go. We have tried to do the grooming ourselves. It doesn't really work out well for us. So we just pay to have somebody else do it, which it's still kind of pricey. It's pretty expensive. We have 1 dog a week. So we do this in a rotation. It's an 8-week rotation. We start with, and we do 1 dog a week. So this week was Wrigley. Next week will be Ivy. And then the week after will be Addison. And then we have a little bit of a break. And then we do it again. But we only do 1 at a time because it is a little pricey. And our dogs don't do well in the car. And so to try and take them all at one time is complete and utter chaos. Just complete chaos. Because they all have way different temperaments when it comes to being in the car. Ivy is probably the worst out of the 3. Because she just wants, she's a curious dog. She just wants to sniff every square inch of every place that she's ever at. And so she wants to climb every square inch of the car and sniff out every square inch of the car. Whereas Wrigley is just perfectly, she just wants to look out the window. Like, that's all she wants to do. So whatever it is that she needs to do to get to the window, that's what she wants to do. A reverse mohawk. Mona, that's funny. Yeah, I can barely cut their nails. Like, it's just not. No, it's not a thing for me. So I just leave it up to the professionals. It's just it is more expensive for sure, but it's really better for everybody in the long run. Yeah. So Wrigley went and got her haircut yesterday. She's so super cute. And then so Ivy will go next weekend, and then Addie will be the last one to go. Addison she's a terrier. She's a soft coated Wheaten terrier, and so her hair is very silky. But she actually has 2 layers of a coat. She has an undercoat and an overcoat. And then she also has what they call leaders, which are like these long, wiry hairs that stick up. So we have to keep her groomed on a regular basis, and her hair has to stay short because she plays really roughly with the other 2. And her hair gets matted really easily. So we actually have to have kept her hair short. Now, traditionally, a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier has very long hair. And they have this, what they call the fall, which is basically where the hair comes down from their forehead over their nose. And it looks like it's covering their eyes, but they can still see, which is weird. We don't do the traditional fall with her at all. That's just not, we don't prefer that look. And we don't keep her hair very long. We can actually keep it pretty short. But her hair mats up because it's so silky and so fine that, or at least the upper coat is, that the undercoat is very cottony. So she just gets matted very, very easily. So we've learned our lesson over the years having her. We would love to see her with a little bit longer of hair, but it's just not in the cards for her. So we keep her hair pretty short. But because she has the two coats, the undercoat and the overcoat, she loves this time of the year. They are beautiful dogs. They really are. But they're as puppies, and I don't know how much you know about the breed of dog, but as a puppy, the puppy itself is a dark brown and black puppy. That's what the hair on a Wheaten Terrier puppy looks like. It's dark brown and black. So when we got her, we hadn't really done a whole lot of research on the breed of dog, and because we were looking for a dark brown and black dog. And so she fit the bill perfectly. Like, I've got pictures of her as a puppy. She is dark brown and black. She looks like a little Yorkie. She was adorable. And don't get me wrong, she's still adorable. But as they get older, just like any dog, most dogs' coats will start to lighten up in color. Even Ivy was much darker, reddish brown when she was a puppy. But Addison is the one that changed over the most, because her coat started to change colors as she got older, and it went from that dark brown black to a wheat color, like almost white. And it was a little disappointing, if we're honest, because we didn't know enough about the breed of dog when we got her to know that this was a thing. I don't know that would have made a difference when we got her, but it just would have been nice to know, and it wouldn't have been quite so shocking. But it seemed like every time we got her groomed, she would come back lighter and lighter and lighter. And we're like, what is happening? And until she finally turned into a white dog. Tried to trim Willow. She's in a mohawk. David Bowie. Oh, that's funny. My nephew did that to himself the day before his kindergarten pictures. Oh, boy. Yes, the puppies are darker. Yes, they are. But they're a great breed of dog. Addison is scared of her own shadow. So I don't know if that's typical for this breed of dog or not, but she is terrified of her own shadow. They're at least Addison is extremely sensitive emotionally. She's just very sensitive. I actually thought we were going to have problems with her, like, when we would leave the house. And so that's actually why we got... Carrie says, I got a haircut. Awesome, Carrie. Congratulations. Can't wait to see what it looks like. David Bowie, and they know who it was. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. That's funny. She's just very emotionally sensitive, just in general. She does not like it when anyone gets yelled at. Anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. Like, if I would yell at the kids and she'd get upset. That's just kind of the way it was. She also doesn't like physical contact. She doesn't like it. So, like, Mr. Wizard, he'll come over and kiss my cheek or whatever, and she does not like that. She starts barking. Even the girls, like when they're, when Tony and Lucas were by, and they would, Tony would go to hug Lucas would go to hug Tony. Addison would hop up on her and bark at him. She's just extra, and I think it's just a protective thing. I think that's all it is a protective thing. She's trying to protect us, I guess, but it's kind of funny. Terry, we try not to keep the beard on her. No, because that's the other thing is Wheaten Terriers have a beard. They have a beard on them. Like goats. They have like a goat beard. Hers grows kind of weird. So we try to keep it short, but every once in a while she ends up with the weird one. We actually have more of a mustache with her because the hair on her snout goes a little longer. sometimes. So we actually have like a little bit of a mustache on her. Sometimes it's kind of funny. She just has a weird coat. It's just not something we're used to. Addison is actually from a championship bloodline. She actually is, and I think that her fears were too much for her to be an actual championship dog, and so that's why she was given up for adoption. But she is from a championship bloodline. Like, we have her paperwork showing her her championship bloodline, and she is registered with the American Kennel Company. She's actually registered with them. We don't show her, we don't breed her, we're not doing anything with her with regards to that, but she does have those attributes. So, all right, so the ears are done. Let's see the ears. There's one ear, and here's the other ear. So this particular dog pattern has one dark ear and one lighter ear. So, all right, so now we can move on to step number 8, looks like. Place the mirror ear dog ears on this page's surface is shown as figure 7. So left ear, right ear. Okay. Place the GKSF and GPF units face down with right sides together on the ears as shown in figure 8. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So these here. So this one here goes face down on this one like this. Like that. Okay. And then this one here, face down like this, and this one here, like that. Okay. And then you sew along the diagonal from here to here. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do just to make myself a little less crazy. So we have to attach these on a diagonal, which is what the directions are showing us to do. We had to do this on the other block too. But I'm going to draw the line to make it so that it's not quite so crazy on myself, so that I don't make myself kind of bat crazy here. So we're going to go this one here, and we're going to take a pin and hold it here so that we know which direction we need to go, like that. Then we're going to take the ruler. Is this ruler long enough? It is. Go from corner to corner. And we're going to draw a line. Like that. Perfect. And I'm going to take one extra pin and pin this side too, just so that everything kind of stays together. There. Alright. That one there. Then take this one. Like this. This one goes this way. So it's a little bit, these blocks are a little bit technical, but nothing nobody can't handle. And so now that they're lined up, I'm going to take this ruler here, pull that one there, put that one there. Go. Another pin. Go this way just to keep it together. There we go. Okay, so there's one. So we need to do 3 more. So let's do those. Oh, ouch. Off to the side. So this is left. This is right. This one goes on this side. This one goes on this side. Like this. This one back over here like this. The pin in this corner here. Like that. there. Sorry, I like to talk to myself. You guys know this. I think drawing the line is just going to make it a little bit easier when we get it over to the machine. And make it a little less stressful. And that's kind of the whole point today, is make things a little less stressful. So that's also why I'm doing it like this. That way I know exactly which way I need to go when I get it to the machine. When do we start the frame pinwheels? I still don't have a background picked out for or bought, which I don't want to do. Next weekend. The 16th? Isn't that next weekend? Next weekend we start. But we're just going to be ironing and cutting, Terry. So, I mean, you can absolutely catch up if you don't have it by then. So, we're just going to be ironing and cutting. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. So, it's just going to be like any other project where we have to prep the fabrics and, you know, kind of come up with our game plan. So, but yeah, next weekend, next Sunday is when we will start the framed pinwheels project. And it will be on its own playlist. So if you guys are planning to sew along, or you change your mind and decide you want to sew along later, it will be on its own playlist in our channel. I try to do that with all of our projects. I create a playlist for the specific project. So then that way you can go back and watch the videos as you need. Fern says, I have my turkey sandwich ready to quilt. Hopefully I will have it done for the card table. I'm thinking you mean that you have a turkey sandwiched to quilt, not a turkey sandwich, and then you're going to quilt. I think that's what you mean. I think you have a turkey that you've made, that you've sandwiched, and you're going to quilt it. I think that's what you mean. But, you know, my brain is like, how is she going to quilt a turkey sandwich? Because that's where I'm at today, Fern. So I apologize. I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. But y'all can have a good laugh at my expense. Where my brain immediately went, like, how is she supposed to quilt a turkey sandwich? I am thinking I don't want a white background, so hard to decide. No, that's fine. Oh, good, Joyce. It wasn't just my brain that went to the same land. Like, I'm sure that's what you meant. And there was absolutely nothing wrong with the way you said it. It was just the way my brain processed it, is all. It's a hot pad the size of a... So, yeah. So I was right. Yeah, that is what you meant. And that is exactly how you said it. That's just not the way my brain took it. So I know I needed a minute to recomprehend that one. But that sounds really cool, Fern. A hot pad of a turkey. I would love to see that, Fern. Is that... Did you create that pattern yourself, or did you buy that pattern? That sounds like it could be a lot of fun. On a card table, especially. I'd love to see what that looked like, because that might be something I could do for Mama Joyce. We don't use a card table by her, but we've used other types of tables. That is funny. Quilt a turkey sandwich. That's just where my brain went. Okay. Again, please, Fern, do not be offended by that at all, because like I said, everything about what you said was perfectly fine. It's just the way my brain read it. From Lisa Catman. Okay. If you could post a picture of it or a link to it in our Facebook group, Fern, that would be awesome, because I would really, really like to check that out. Then I know now that it's not a turkey sandwich. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then who can you laugh at, really? Oh, Lord. That is immediately where I can't believe my brain even went there. Like, who the hell is talking about turkey sandwiches? Oh, Lord. Okay. Sorry. I told you guys, my brain is all over the place. But that's when I read that's what I thought. And then I was trying to think to myself, how would you quilt a turkey sandwich? Just a turkey cut out and ready to sew. Joyce, that's awesome. That's really awesome. One of these days I will get that ambitious, guys. One of these days I will I will do things like that. We have so many big projects going on right now that to try and grab some little ones this year was just not a good thing. Like next year, I'm really hoping next year to be able to do some more smaller projects. I would really like to focus on smaller projects next year. And that could be one of them for sure. I'm still laughing about the turkey sandwich. I'm sorry. Oh, good. I'm glad you think it's funny. I'm glad you weren't upset about that. Because I was not in any way, shape, or form trying to make light of the way you said it or how you said it or anything like that. It was completely my brain. Just completely my brain that mucked that one up. Quilting a turkey sandwich. It's the size of a wall hanging. Oh, and that's going to be perfect for a card table. Like, that'll be absolutely perfect. I love it. I love the idea of it. I think it's going to be great. And it's not a turkey sandwich. Oh, leave it to me. Leave it to me. Oh. So what did you guys do today? We talked about quilting turkey sandwiches. I can't let this go. Like, I don't know why. I think I just needed the laugh. So thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope you guys are giggling along with me because that one is completely out of left field. Oh, completely out of left field. Ozzy, stop eating the plastic and go away. She's a plastic fiend. She likes to lick plastic, and there's a quilt kit down there that's wrapped in plastic. She loves to lick it. Ozzy! It's just a funny thing to say, right? Exactly. It's just funny. It's just, it's just silly is what it is. But that's what I needed. I needed that good laugh. So thank you very much for making me laugh. I appreciate that. And I know it was not your intention, but that is what happened. Oh, a turkey sandwich. That's awesome. So, okay, these are all pinned up now, so now we can sew them up. I just want to triple check them and make sure that I did them correctly. That one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. That one, that one, that one. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get these ironed up. I still have my plastic presser foot on here, so we're going to go ahead and keep that on here for now. I'm still laughing about the turkey sandwich. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm more laughing at myself that, like, it took me as long as it did to come up with that she wasn't actually talking about a turkey sandwich. Like, this is a quilting channel, for God's sake. Like, why did it take me so long to figure out that that's not what she was talking about? Like, that's why I'm laughing so much. It's because that is where my brain is so mucked up right now that is what it did. So that's actually why I'm laughing so hard. Oh, I hope you guys are giggling along with me. I really do. Or if nothing else, at least giggling at me, because it's totally fine. It's totally fine. The good news is that over at least the last half an hour, I have not been running through the to-do list of things that I need to do later today in my brain. So thank you for that. So, making myself come here today and holding to the commitment of this live stream is really, is actually helping. That's good. I am grateful for that. This says I would like that sandwich to eat. Quilt is eagle. Hold the gravy. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are having fun with it. Oh, Lord. That would be fun, though. That would be fun. Because there are actually quilt patterns out there for sandwiches. So, somebody needs to find a turkey sandwich. Oh, my gosh. So funny. There we go. Why am I going to hold that and put it? Too funny. Oh, jeez. Okay. I would like that sandwich to eat. There you go. Dre says, I love a good turkey sandwich, but I don't cook turkey anymore because they're dry as a bone. Yeah, I agree with you, Joyce. My Mama Joyce makes turkey for Thanksgiving every year, and she does a pretty good job with it. It's usually pretty moist. She does a great job with it. Turkey's just, it's just not, it's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. I'll eat it for sure. I usually won't eat the turkey at Thanksgiving, but I will eat turkey like lunch meat. I will eat that for sure. Yeah, it's just not my thing. I prefer ham, honestly. I prefer ham. Okay, so that's going to work. We're going to need to trim these up. So let me pull the pins out of them. I was not pulling the pins out as I was sewing them. We're going to need to trim them up and iron them. What time is it? 12:18. Oh wow, look at that. It's almost time to go. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see. We might be able to get these blocks done today. We could probably do that. We could probably get these blocks done. We could stay a little bit late, get them done, and then next time we come back to this in December, we'll be able to start on our last set of blocks, which are our Toby blocks. There is sashing that goes in between all of these blocks, so I don't think that we have cut that up yet. We're going to probably need to do that. So I checked that one. Let me just check this one. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So these are all correct. I just need to trim them all. Lay them out. Go. Okay, so that's why this one got hung up. That's all right. All right, let's go ahead and trim these up real quick. Actually, they need to go this way. The turkey farmers as well. When I was a kid, I would make turkey surprises. Toasted bread, mayo, turkey, and melted cheese, then say, surprise, it's turkey again. That's awesome. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. One of the cool things that my company does, and I know it's not every company does it. My company gives away what they call turkey certificates. They don't give away actual turkeys. What they do is they give us a coupon from Butterball to use towards the purchase of a turkey. That way we can choose what type of a turkey we want from wherever we want. And if you're not turkey people, you can actually turn the coupon in for cash for groceries. You can use it just towards regular groceries. So that's one of the nice things. I know a lot of companies out there will give free turkeys for Thanksgiving, which I think is nice. But at the same time, it doesn't really take into account those who don't eat turkey for, whatever reason. And so I like the idea of the coupon better, because then, you can kind of do your own thing. So kind of nice. I usually give the coupons to my mom because she's the one that purchases the turkey every year. So that way I'm helping to contribute. When I was a kid, everyone called me Butterball. Oh, that's not very nice, Terry. When I was about 40, a childhood neighbor asked my mom how Butterball was. Sheesh. Oh, boy. Terry says, I see a cat. Was she in here? She was in here earlier. She is an older cat. She's, gosh, 16 maybe? 17 maybe? I don't remember. I'd have to look it up to know exactly how old she is. But she's an older cat for sure. I think she's starting to develop some health issues. Probably the same health issues that our other cat had. But our other cat developed them much earlier in life. So, well, she's still with us. And that's, the important thing. For how long, who knows? But this kind of goes for everybody, right? We're all still with each other now, but for how long, who knows? Tenderloins, yeah. Tenderloins are good. Mama Joyce makes turkey every year. It's a tradition that she does. But then she usually makes something else for those of us who are not that interested in turkey. She usually does sausage, Italian sausage, or Polish sausage of some kind. It's kind of just one of those things she's always done. Mama Joyce does the majority of the holiday cooking in our family because she has the space for it. She has the largest home of all of us. So she's able to do that by her. Our home is just way too small to be able to accommodate everybody in our home. So we don't do that. I used to do Easter at my house. It was a very small holiday. It was just my parents and my ex-husband's parents. But we don't even do that anymore. We don't even have a kitchen table anymore to seat people at. So, Fern says, "Oh, we had excitement. Sparrow flew in the house, a baby with 2 cats and 2 dogs. It was a 3-ring circus." Was it just now, Fern? Did that happen like just now? Oh, there she goes again. Oh, okay. Well, she's probably in and out. I don't. As long as she doesn't make any noise or isn't bothering me, I don't really notice that she's here. I was called that by my sisters. I was the biggest one, only weighed 120, but I was bigger than the rest of them as a teenager. Well, that wasn't very nice. That was not nice at all. I don't think I ever called my sister names before. Oh, earlier this week. Oh, wow. I don't think I ever called her names. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I know I called her annoying, but I think every sibling calls her that. But no, I don't believe that I ever had any nicknames for her like that. If I did, I don't remember them now. Yeah, Fern, I imagine that would have been a 3-ring circus for sure. That would have been crazy. My gosh. I've seen birds in grocery stores and stuff before, but I can't say that I've ever heard of one flying into someone's home. I can't say that I've ever heard of that happening before. I mean, I obviously it does, but I just can't say that I've ever heard of it happening before. So that's kind of neat. Karma's a witch. Joyce, that's funny. That's funny. It comes back around. People in glass houses and all that. Plus, we have a bird in a cage. We first thought it was our cockatiel. Oh, wow. It's cockatiel, right? Cockatiel, not cockatiel. Cockatiel. We had a family member. Cheryl's mother-in-law had birds. When I was growing up, I used to remember all of her birds. I think at one point she had 3. I believe at one point she had 3 of them. I feel like I remember 3 cages. She had this hallway. It's a really weird layout of her home. But it was a hallway, and I think at one point it was like intended as like a dining room maybe, but it was just a very, very tiny room that separated the kitchen from the living room, and then the bedroom was offshoot to it. And I don't actually know what the room was supposed to be. It might have been the original living room. I don't know. Who knows? But it was this weird room, and she actually had the bird cages set up in there, so you had to walk past the bird cages to get to the living room. It's an old farmhouse. All the rooms were very tiny. The whole house was up high because it had an English basement, where basically the basement was above ground. And then the upstairs bedrooms it was basically like an attic. A finished attic was where the upstairs bedrooms were. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong about it, but if I remember correctly, the master bedroom and bathroom on the first floor were actually an addition to the house. I don't think they were originally there. Hi, Dawn. She says, been lurking, going back to lurk more. No problem, Dawn. I appreciate you popping in to say hello, at least. No problem at all. No problem. We love our lurkers. We love all of our watchers. We love them all. Make sure you guys check out Dawn's channel. She does a lot of really cool things. Super talented, that lady. She's big on Instagram as well. She does fantastic on Instagram. She also has a vlog as well. If you do ! Dawn in chat, it'll give you links to those. A lot of our content creator friends are here today. We've got Terry, Kathy, Sandra, Gladys, Dawn. Who else am I missing? Katie. Katie was here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here, but she was here earlier. All of our content creator friends, make sure you can do ! Creators, I think it is, in chat. It'll give you a full list of all of our content creator friends and the commands for their individual channels. So check that out. Lucas does a pretty good job of keeping that up to date because it makes it easier for us to say, go see them all. There you go. Yeah, that was it. Creators. There it is. Thank you. So all of our content creator friends that we've made here on this channel. Some of them we haven't seen in a little bit, and that's okay. I was actually just thinking about Kelly the other day. I'm like, gosh, I think it's been forever since I've seen her. So I went and checked over on her channel just to make sure that she was active over there in case I'd missed something. She is active over on her channel. She just hasn't had the opportunity to come visit with us, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no rule that says you have to be here. Same thing with Jean from... for the life of me, I can't remember the name of her channel right now. Same things happened with her. I hadn't seen her for a while, so I popped over to her channel to make sure she was doing okay. She has been struggling with some real-world problems, some things in her personal life, and so has not been as active on her channel or on anyone else's channels, for that matter, for a little while. She is still posting videos, but they're not as frequent as they were before. That's okay. We all have those situations where that happens. Make sure you check them out if you can, if you have the opportunity to do so. This one didn't really. It's okay. It'll be part of the salvage edge, so it's fine. But it's just weird. All right. Let me grab this one. Last one. Just ironing that one up there. We are at 12:30 already. Normally we would end our stream here, but I thought, you know what, there's only 4 blocks and we just have to put the heads together. So I think we're going to hang out for just a couple of extra minutes if that's okay with you guys. We're going to go ahead and put these blocks together so that we can say we finished them up. Hopefully that's okay with you. But if you guys got to take off somewhere, we completely understand. I will thank you now for watching. I appreciate it. But we are going to stick around for just a few extra minutes here and finish these blocks up. So if you can stick around, great. If not, that's okay too. We understand. And if you can't, I truly appreciate you hanging out for me for whatever time that you were able to hang out with us today. So, all right. So now I've got my faces. Now I've got my ears. This one goes this way. Grab the ears. Ears on. Excuse me. Lay them all out. We'll do one side first, then the other. Oh, that's going to be so cute. I know you guys can't see because the iron's in the way, but it's going to be so super cute. Why are these so much bigger? Hang on. Yeah, because there's supposed to be another piece on there. Okay. That explains that. There's supposed to be another piece on the top of this. C's. What's this one here? Okay. I was like, why are these so much bigger? Yeah, that's why. Because I missed a piece. So I gotta sew that up here. Grab that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Apparently, I've missed a step when we were making the faces. So let me do that real quick. Won't take me a minute. Won't take long at all. Let's switch out this foot. Do any of the dogs look like yours? Oh, the dog faces? Not really. Well, I mean, the Toby blocks, I mean, I guess the Toby blocks could maybe look like Addison because they're just a solid color and then the ears are a little bit different color. So those could maybe look like Addison, but for the most part, I don't really think so. No, unfortunately, I don't really think that they look like my dogs. But I did grab the brown fabrics when I was putting these together. I did grab brown fabrics because I want brown dogs. So. Watching the Storm Teachers, and they're in Valparaiso right now. Yeah, that's in Indiana, not too far away from us. It's a few hours, but yeah. Yeah, they're getting a lot of lake effect. We are too far inland, at least where I live, to get any type of lake effect. So we're usually out of that, so that's good. Typically, the lake effect is, obviously closer to the lake. We're pretty far away. We're probably 30-35 miles from the city itself, from the city of Chicago itself, and we're at least that far, if not further than that, from the lake. So we don't really get. Actually, we're probably more than 30 miles because my work is 23 miles. And then you probably have another 20 miles. So we're probably more like 40 to 60 miles from the lake. So yeah, we don't really get any lake effect by me here. We get flooding from the rivers. That's a thing here by me. But we don't really get lake effect, no. Valparaiso gets lake effect. They get jet stream. They get hit by the jet stream quite a bit. So, yeah. We had strong winds last night and almost blew our Yorkie away. Good thing I had her on a leash. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, the wind did seem like it picked up last night. I could hear it blowing stuff around around the house yesterday. All right, let me iron these up real quick and then we will get going. I didn't realize we had missed a step. It happens. Piece of trim, piece of background there we were missing. Put that for a second. Go. I'm so glad that table runner ironed up as well as it did. It was really wrinkled. It was really wrinkled. Like, it was wrinkled, it was shrunk, like the whole thing was just weird. And so I'm like, well, let's see if I can iron it. And so I pulled the iron out. I started ironing. It was like stretching it as I was ironing it. And it seems to have kind of gone back into shape. So that's good. The good news. I still can't believe how much it shrunk. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, I've never really worked with batik fabrics to that scale. Like, I've worked with batik fabrics, but like they're little pieces like this. They're not big pieces like that. And so I'm wondering if that's just normal for batik fabrics or if there's something else, weird with it. Lots of lake effect. Yeah. Yeah, Patty, yeah. Lots of lake effect. This one goes there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this again. Now they look more like they're supposed to. Still a little on the shorter side, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Let's get things kind of matched up a little bit here. Okay, so they don't actually match in there. They match down. What matches? Just hang on a minute here. So that is actually supposed to match. The chin is supposed to match up. Okay. Now that I know that. Looks like there's a little bit of mismatched pieces here. They're not quite lining up the way they're supposed to. But that's okay. We'll deal with that later. Let's go ahead and just get the blocks made up. We'll trim it later. How about me? Okay, so there's one. Hi, baby girl. Sure that lines up. This one's not supposed to line up, but that one is. Unless it's not supposed to line up. Because like if I do it like that, but it doesn't actually line up. It just kind of goes. Hang on. Let me see what these blocks are supposed to look like. So they're not really lining up the way they're supposed to, and I don't know if that's like intentional or. Well, I'm going to do what I was doing before. I'm going to line up the chin, but no, this doesn't line up. Let's do this. Let's sew it up together the way it lines up, or the way it's sitting, and let's see what happens. See what it looks like. Because it's not really lining up very well, and I don't know if that's me, because I didn't do a very good job with my 1/4" seams, trimming, or what. So, and the seams always kind of throw things off. So like, just because it doesn't line up in the seam doesn't mean by the time you sew it all together and you fold it that it won't line up. So let's just see what it looks like this way. Oh, I forgot I had 2 of these. So this one I matched up on my own. So let's see what this one looks like. And see, that one doesn't line up at all. That one actually lines up worse. And then this one, oops. This one I just lined up edge to edge. And that one doesn't really line up either. What is the block supposed to look like? Oh, so the cheeks are supposed to be high. Okay, so this one is more like what it's supposed to look like. It's just really weird. Like, the seams don't really match up, and so it's like, I don't know if this is right or not. So this one I tried to make some guesses, thinking that maybe it was supposed to line up, and it's not. So we're going to pull it apart real quick. Luckily, I only did one of them this way. I didn't do them all this way. So this is going to take us a little bit longer than we expected, because now I got to pull this one apart, but oh, there she is again. She came in and left again. Thank you for all the hearts. Appreciate that. Joyce says, gambling is not my friend today. So I was focused on the seams, and I thought the seams like had to match up together, like all the lines, and it doesn't. This particular block, the cheekbones, the cheeks of the puppy face are much higher than the chin line, which makes sense. But it was throwing me off. Like, I was trying to get everything to line up, and it wasn't going to line up, and it's not supposed to. So that's, because it's not supposed to line up, that's why it was throwing me off. So I just did this one. It'll only take me a second to pull it out. And I did this one because I thought I was supposed to do something different, and it turns out I'm not. So Ozzy. Ozzi, as in like Ozzy Osbourne, but the female version. She actually was not named for Ozzy Osbourne. She was actually named after a friend of the family whose last name is Osbourne, and so his nickname has always been Ozzy. We just called him that for forever. And he just happened to be on the phone with my sister. He was talking to my sister, and he just happened to be on the phone when when Ozzy was born. And so my sister named her, the cat, after him, because she was looking for names. And we just kept it, because she came to live with us after my sister moved back. My sister used to live down in Florida. And when she moved back up here to Illinois, she was moving in with my mom because she was going to need a place to live for a little while, and so she was going to stay with my mom. But my mom couldn't have. My sister had 3 cats, and my mom couldn't have that many cats and all of her dogs in the house. So my sister was only able to bring one of the cats to my mom's house. One of them stayed in Florida with one of her friends down there in Florida. Another one, and the other one, the female, came to stay with me, and that's Ozzy. And after my sister moved back out of my mom's house, we had talked about, maybe her taking Ozzy with her, but Ozzy had basically bonded to all of us here in the house, and it just wouldn't have been fair to her to take her out. So, yes, Ozzy. Mm-hmm. Ozzi. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that is her. All right, let me put this other side on. And now, traditionally, you would, chain piece these, but Fern, I'm sorry. I don't know what Streamlabs did there. Sorry about that. I don't have my phone on me, so I don't know what that was. Sorry about that. Streamlabs is being dumb. But Ozzy is a mostly gray cat with a little bit of gold calico in her. Her mom was all gray and her dad was a golden color. So she actually has a mixture of the two. My sister, Tony refers to her as a tortie. I'm not really sure I know what that means, nor do I care. But basically, it's just I think just a mixture of colors. But she's mostly gray with some flecks of gold in her. Maine Coon. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know why they're getting held, and they're just weird. I noticed that the other day when I had my phone on that random messages are just getting held, and I don't quite understand why. So, okay, guys, so this is what the block looks like. Ta-da! Oh, maybe the coon, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It's fine. Fern, you were totally fine. It probably put you in a temporary timeout, and for that I apologize. It's being stupid. There you go. So, alright, so let's put the rest of these blocks together real quick. I can chain piece. Now that I understand how they're supposed to go together, I can chain piece them a lot faster. You always build one just so you can see how it goes together, and then you put them all together in a chain. Come on. There we go. And then you chain piece the rest of them together. The bottoms of the blocks are not laying real great, so I'm hoping when we put the sashing pieces on there, that'll kind of fix that. I'm not gonna trim them right now. I will wait until we get the sashing pieces on, and then we will trim there because I don't want to mess anything up. So sometimes it's better if you wait. Sometimes it's better if you wait. Okay. There we go. The cats are upstairs are Siberian forest cats. One is small, one is pretty big, but not unusually big. Wow, those are different. Yeah. Ozzy's just your typical, house cat. Nothing crazy. She's not a Maine Coon or anything like that. She's just your typical house cat. She was born born on my sister's house. My sister had two cats that male and female that she did not have fixed right away. And she ended up with a litter of kittens. And Ozzy was one of them. I think there were 4 kittens total. She kept 2, Ozzy, and then the male Boots. And then she gave the rest away. Ozzy's very sweet. She's very kind. She's very sweet. She's very loving. She wants a lot of attention. Cats are not necessarily my favorite. I had a long-haired Persian that was one of my favorites. They we had not necessarily had any intentions of getting any more cats, but when my sister needed help, taking care of one of hers, I mean, obviously we're going to do what we can for family. So we took her in, but otherwise I probably wouldn't have had another cat. But Taylor really likes cats. That's kind of like her preference, is cats over dogs. And so she's still, she doesn't obviously have the same relationship with Ozzy that she did with Angel, of course, but we got an Angel when the girls were only 8 months old, so they grew up together, basically. Angel had bonded to Taylor basically from the day we brought her home. She used to sleep in Taylor's crib, which I was always paranoid about, but she always slept on the opposite end of Taylor. She never slept near Taylor. It was always at the opposite end of the crib. And so I was okay with that, because she wasn't trying to, because you always hear the horror stories, the old wives' tales about cats in the baby carriage, things like that. So, new mom, you're always, paranoid about all that stuff, but didn't really need to be. All right, let me turn the iron on, and then we will get these blocks ironed up, and I will show you again once more what they look like again. And then we will be good to go. And then when we come back, I'm going to move this sticker over to our Toby blocks. And so that we have our note here to start on Toby. A little arrow here so that I know we're going to start on our Toby blocks. All right. This one is ready to be ironed. Orange cats are very different. Their personalities are funny. Yeah, we had an orange long-haired Persian named Pugsley. And we joked all the time that we should have named him Garfield, because that's how he acted. He acted like a Garfield. We should have named him Garfield, because he was definitely an Italian cat for sure. Because he loved spaghetti sauces. He loved chicken like crazy. Oh my god, he used to steal the giblets out of the sink when Mom was defrosting them. He used to steal them all the time. He loved those. And then he liked pizza. He was one of the only cats we knew that loved pizza. He would steal the slices of pizza right out of the pizza box. So, yeah, he was definitely a character for sure. For sure. All right, let's grab this one now. So the blocks are not perfectly straight, but you know what? That's okay. There's so many little pieces that go together with these that I never expected them to be perfectly straight. And like I said, there's sashing that goes around each of these blocks anyway. So I'm not really worried about it right now. We'll kind of let the sashing hide a lot of the imperfections, I think. Let's see what happens. All right. There we go. They're such cute blocks. Such cute blocks. So you guys can see it here, but here you go. Yes, the sashing will help hold all the seams together too. Yes, that is true as well. Joyce, it really is cute. It really is. And it seems very intimidating because of the amount of pieces you have. But as long as you stay fairly organized with it, like I did, where I cut all the pieces and I put them into individual Ziplocs and I named them. I wrote on there what the blocks were. It's not too terrible. Like the wall hangings that we're doing for the Spools of the Year project, the pieces are even smaller. So it looks intimidating, but it's really not. I mean, it really is not. The pieces are fairly decent size. You can see the cute little... Yes, this is Elizabeth Hartman. It is called The Puppies. There you go. It's called The Puppies. I chose brown batik fabrics for my puppies. They even have a little bonus on the back. There's even a pattern for the a pillow pattern that you can make, and then there's a thing for glasses. They actually give you a hold on, I will get it. They give you something to, they give you the glasses. You gotta put them on fusible interfacing and then, help me out here, folks. Sew around them. I don't remember the name of it now. It's a technique. It's not embroidery. Applique. It's right here. It says applique. So they give you the glasses that you can do as an applique as well. Yes, thank you, folks. Thank you very much. But they give you that to you if you wanted to. You would just have to, obviously make some copies. You wouldn't want to use this one specifically to do it, but you could. But then there's also instructions at the back of the book on to creating that pillow. There's the pillow. So there's instructions in the back of the book on making the pillow and a pillow cover as well. The pattern, it was expensive. It was for a pattern, it was very expensive. I want to say I paid like $15 or $18 for this one. Maybe it was $11. I don't remember. I bought it from my local quilt store. But the Elizabeth Hartman patterns are more expensive. They just are. But this one wasn't too terrible. It didn't look too complicated. Sean over on The Guy Who Sews has done a mess of Elizabeth Hartman patterns, just an absolute mess of them. And he does fantastic work. He's done koalas, he's done dachshunds, he's done just a bunch of them. And so they look beautiful. And I thought this one was just adorable. And so I decided to pick this one, and I'm really glad I did. So the Toby one is pretty simple. That one's actually a solid facial block. Let me show it to you guys. Hold on. I just had it marked. Did we do the Toby block already? Hang on. Or were the smoky ones? Did we do this? Was it the smoky ones that were the easy ones? Lulu. Toby. Oh, my bad. No, the smoky blocks are the solid ones. So this is the Toby block here. This is what we're going to be doing next time. This one here. That's what we will be working on the next time. When we come back to this project, it will probably be in December. Depending on what's going on, it may even have to wait until January. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and fold these up and put these back in my Ziploc that's marked Lulu. We'll come back to that later. And you guys can see here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, probably not. I've got some extra pieces here, and that's because these pieces, there were some background pieces that the directions told you to cut in bulk. And they were kind of shared among all of the blocks. So that's these pieces here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my, without trying to hit the other camera. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Grab all of these pieces down here. They can all go in our Toby block. So I'm going to just throw them all in here so that they're all in one place. Because the background pieces, you kind of cut a bunch of them. And they were all the same for all the blocks. So that was kind of nice. Did cause a little bit of confusion at first, but eventually we figured it out. So there's those. So those are our Toby blocks. Here's our smoky blocks that we finished before. And then here's now our Lulu blocks that we've just finished. And then I started to cut up the stuff for the borders and sashing. I set some of it aside, but that's where this all needs to be cut. So we'll get to that. And then of course I have my scraps as well. Once the quilt top is done, those scrap fabrics go into our scrap bin, which is I have over there. And that is then given away to our... Hi, Lion. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Lion in my mirror, welcome. Did I cut my hair? A little while ago, Joyce, but I usually wear it up, so you probably didn't notice. But yes, I did cut and dyed it a little while ago. Like mid-September, I think. Mid-September. Is the Memory Bear next Sunday? No. The Memory Bear is in 2 weeks. Memory Bear is Sunday the 23rd. Next Sunday, we will start our sew-along, which is our framed pinwheels. We're going to start that next week. Oh, thank you, Joyce. That's very kind of you. I do leave it down a lot during the day, during the week. But as I'm moving around and stuff, it tends to get in my way. And I can't stand it when it's in my mouth. That makes me crazy. So usually I end up pulling it back like halfway or something. But thank you very much for that. It was wet this morning. I showered this morning, so it was all wet. And I didn't want it to kink up. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate the compliment. That was very kind of you to say. So one more time, tomorrow we will have a live stream for our members only. If you are interested in joining that live stream, you do need to become a member. Click the link down below, click the button down below that looks like it's a square with a $sign in it. Click on that and then select membership. And then the least expensive membership, I think, is $2.99 a month. All money that goes into the channel stays in the channel. It's not like it's a wage for me. It goes to fund new projects. So thank you to all of our members. I will see you guys on Monday. I do also include a Zoom link, so you guys are welcome to join me on a Zoom call. It's really kind of nice to have the small, intimate group of folks hanging out there. Thank you, Terry, very much. Under the video, you can hit See Perks if you're on a computer. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So members only tomorrow evening. Then on Tuesday evening, we will come back here and we will be putting together our Spools of the Year project for November. I've got those pieces cut up laying right here. You guys can barely see them on the camera, but right here is where those are laying. So not as many pieces as the last couple of months. So I don't think that we're going to need that time to roll over. Last month, we had to do it in 2 live streams because we had too many pieces we had to roll over. But... keep your personal life to yourself. That's funny. That's funny. Woohoo, Patty, congratulations. She says she just hit 500,000 thimbles. That's amazing. Awesome. Congratulations. That's very exciting for you. Distracted. We have been having to roll it over to a second days of streams because there's been too many pieces put together. This time there aren't nearly as many pieces to put together. I don't think we got through the whole alphabet worth of pieces. So it should not take us that long to put it together. We should be able to get it done in one live stream. But in the event that we get distracted and we don't get it all done by Tuesday, I have scheduled into my own personal schedule to have it done, to roll it over and have another live stream on Wednesday to get it done. So we'll see how that works out. Then Saturday, we have our After Dark edition with Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl. We're going to be working on Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl will probably be the focus of this one because Sherlock Cheryl is going to be starting on her own quilting project. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Wait until you guys see the fabrics that she's working on. It's a panel project. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wait till you see that. You guys will understand why we love it so much as soon as you see it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll share that with you on Saturday. And then, of course, we will be back here again Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time for our framed pinwheels project, which is a quilt along or sew along project here on the channel. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you purchase the pattern. I will not be giving you cutting instructions, so you do need to purchase the pattern. It's by Missouri Star Quilt Company. It's called Framed Pinwheels, and then all you need to go along with it is a layer cake and 2 charm square packs. Keep the charm square packs to a solid or a semi-solid that's kind of an accent to your layer cake. So then that way you guys can focus on that. So we're going to be ironing those pieces, cutting those pieces up, getting everything ready to go for that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to start on that. And then some people have been asking about the memory bear. The memory bear project, we are going to be finishing our first memory bear on the 23rd of November, which is extremely fitting because my dad's birthday is actually the day before on the 22nd. So that's really special, and that's why I decided to do it that specific day. So I have the batting down here, which I actually need to slice open and get it puffed back out. And we're going to be putting that bear together. So that's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys have any questions between now and then, please feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment in this video. You can leave a comment on any of my videos. I try and answer all comments. You can send me an email, reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you need, wherever you want, whatever is convenient for you. I will do my best to answer them as quickly and as I can. I am extremely busy with my corporate job right now, so things are taking me just a little bit extra time to get to things, especially when it comes to the YouTube channel, but I'm doing my very best to keep up. Excuse me. But anyway, friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate y'all hanging out here with me. Like I said before when I started this stream, I really wasn't in the right mindset to be here, but I knew that I needed to be here to help my brain reset, to help my brain refocus, and it did the trick. I told you guys at the beginning of the stream I was going to kind of be all over the place, and by the end of the stream I got much better, and I do feel like that has happened to me. So I truly appreciate that. I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me and hanging out with me as long as you have. So thank you again. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Thank you to all of our members. Congratulations, Susan, on celebrating her 1 year of membership. We really appreciate that. And thank you guys so much. Don't forget to tickle that like button before you take off. And I think Ian, the Off-Kill Quilter, is either live already or he will be live shortly. So make sure you head over there and check him out. Lots of fun over there. He's way more talented than I am. So anyway, guys, see you. Yes, and don't forget a turkey sandwich. That's right, Fern. Don't forget to have a turkey sandwich. Okay, guys, I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.
I ain't got nobody. All I got ahead is a moonlit road. When the downtown lights start to go out at night, we go